The best John Kerry, who is our climate czar, says the world's last best chance is less than a month away. And why is that? Because we've got the nation's climate conference coming up, and we just have to jump on it. Like right now, we're just saying right now, for decades, or at some point right now is going to happen. And who's going to roll the dice? The Republicans say, no, it's not a big deal. The Democrats, environmentalists are saying it's not only a big deal, it's a big deal than we ever anticipated. So we're seeing a climate conference coming up internationally. And just to give you a little bit of history about global warming, the U.S. is responsible for more global warming than any other country in the world. 20% of the world's greenhouse pollution caused by man is the U.S. in 13%. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then you have the politics of it, because now we want everybody to go to electricity, and you've got poor nations who have coal-fired plants that are the cheapest to build, the cheapest to run. And they're saying, wait a minute, you guys use all of the coal when building your industrial base, and now you've got the economy, the first world economy. What do you look like, chopped liver? You have all the chopped liver plants. We don't have chopped liver facilities here. Because when you get it, support it. It is support. Wildfires. We have another wildfire going up this outside of Santa Barbara, and it's going like crazy because of the wind. And what I'm going to do is ask you, how much do wildfires really cost our state economy? And we asked the experts, and the experts have weighed in. They have no idea. And I'll explain why. This is Kfi Am 640. Let's check in with Chris Litter in the Kfi News Desk. Westerly winds are still blowing from California after damaging cities, sending wildfires and setting off power to about 21,000 customers in the northern and central parts. A memorial for those killed in a shooting at a beauty salon in Seal Beach 10 years ago is planned tonight by one of the widowers, Paul Wilson, whose wife, Christy, was shot and killed at the Salon Meritage on Pacific Coast Highway 10 years ago. Southwest Airlines is apologizing to travelers and employees because of a rash of flight cancellations and delays that continue. So far this morning, Southwest has canceled close to 90 flights and delayed more than 170. Yesterday it was at least 1,800, maybe 2,000. We'll check your drive on the 10 with the KFI The Sky next.
So many of our listeners have entrusted Sweet James accident attorneys in their time of need after being injured in an accident, and you know why. In the moments and days following an accident, people don't know what to do or who to turn to. Your life has changed, you're in pain, you might not be able to drive or work. The worst part is the insurance company that promises to protect you will try to pay you the least amount possible for your injury. The team at Sweet James will not let this happen. They'll help you get the medical care you need and help you get your life back on track. While their award-winning attorneys work on your behalf to get you the most amount of money possible, you pay nothing until they win your case. If you or someone you love has written an accident, call Sweet James at 800-500-5200, 800-500-5200, or sweetjames.com.
Did you know the Auto Club offers competitive rates on auto insurance? Go to AAA.com/insurance for a free quote today and find out how much you could save. Insurance through the Auto Club. Visit AAA.com/insurance today.
Southern California weather, sunny today, highs in the mid-60s at the beaches to the low 70s, Metro LA, the Valley's OC, and the IE. This report brought to you by the Auto Club of Southern California. It looks like we have a problem on the 10.
Well, we had, so we've got a little good news now. It was really a tough drive now, westbound down the San Bernardino Freeway is what we're talking about. Coming off Kellogg Hill to the 605, there's some problems on the Funny Hills Mall that kind of went away. So the drive's going to be slow, no question about it. Did he get to the 605? As I'm sure you know, if you do this every morning, a lot of traffic goes to the South 605. West of there now, 605, 710. It's just a little reduced speeds, really. Express lanes are looking good over to the 710. Now, coming through East LA, we had a couple of problems coming through the East LA interchange here. First, northbound 5 at State Street, just before the 10. You'll find a couple of rigs just barely to the shoulders to squeeze play coming through. And the northbound 101 at first almost an identical problem. But the North Hollywood still in trouble. There's a problem in the Cahuenga Pass. It's over to the shoulder now. It's actually just a little bit past the Mulholland Bridge as brought to the top of the counterparts. So that's what that flowing is all about, and it starts, well, about Vermont. So kind of a tough shot. Southbound into downtown Los Angeles, looking good. Yes, it's windy up here. Incident and accident. Visit superwoman.com. Jump on AFI in the sky.
This report is sponsored by iaccidentlawyer.com.
Tired of the BS? We spent $500,000 at risk. Result $8 million for leg-injured motorcyclists.
Ready to trade in your old car? Then download the Roto app. That's R-O-D-O. Roto will buy your car and give you the cash you need to buy your next car today. You don't even need to leave your house. It's all done online. Roto will even deliver your new car and take your old car away free of charge. So what are you waiting for? Download the Roto app now or check out roto.com. That's R-O-D-O. The fastest and easiest way to sell your car.
Zero Res cleans carpet without crunchy residue. Only Zero Res electrolyzes water to create a powerful alkaline cleaning solution that's so pure you can drink it. Softer, healthier, fluffier carpets without residue, so they stay cleaner longer. You've got to love it, we guarantee. Fast drying, no recurring stains, and now more affordable than ever. 3 areas carpet or 2 areas tile for only $159. Go to ZeroSocal.com, that's ZeroSocal.com. Go to ZeroSocal.com, that's ZeroSocal.com.
Attention homeowners. Is your current loan amount between $300,000 and $822,000? That's right, $822,000. If so, today's 15-year fixed rock bottom rate is 1.99%. That's right, 1.99% rate in APR. And if that's not enough, Interactive Mortgage will even pay your title, escrow, and appraisal fees. No points and no fees. Absolutely zero. Zilch. Nada. So what are you waiting for? Get a 1.99% rate on a loan up to $822,000 today. Call Interactive Mortgage now at 844-371-CASH. That's 844-371-CASH. 844-371-2274. Or visit interactivemortgage.com.
Winning Point Corporation DBA Interactive Mortgage. Equal housing lender. Terms and conditions apply. New clients only. Loan out $300,000 to $822,000. Minimum FICO of 740 and maximum LTV of 60%. All loans subject to underwriting approval. And not all applicants will qualify. Loans made or arranged pursuant to California Finance Law License number 603F938. NMLS number 302352.
Still loving those Solar Max panels?
Duh. I'm saving money and I'm keeping cool throughout the summer and into October because SolarMax does everything under one roof. Right here in SoCal, I get the best service.
SolarMax is an exciting new offer. A Tesla 420 panels and power walls for $79.96 per month and $0 down.
All you got to do, dial pound 250 from your cell phone, say the keyword SolarMax, pound 250 SolarMax, or go to solarmaxtech.com. Monthly payment available on food credit. TSLB number 97204.
Introducing the best deal in mobile. Unlimited on 2 or more lines for $29.99 a month per line. With no contracts, no added taxes, and no hidden fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60%. Get unlimited on 2 or more lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999. Visit SpectrumMobile.com or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Savings based on 2 line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/2021. Prepaid excluded.
You've heard the phrase 1 in a million, right? What about 1 in 500? This is Leland Smith from Service Champions Plumbing, Heating, and AC, and it takes us about 500 candidates to find that one outstanding technician. When hiring, the first thing we do is make sure they're friendly. Then they have to pass the background check and the drug test. Next, we test for the right skills and work ethic. And finally, we put them through a rigorous 14-week training course to learn the Service Champions way. In the end, we go through about 500 candidates to find that one outstanding technician. So when you open your door to a friendly, smiling Service Champions technician, you know you're looking at the best of the best. Call Service Champions today to schedule an $88 furnace precision tune-up. Our number is 833-777-7777 or find us online at servicechampions.com.
Service Champions Plumbing, Heating, AC, and for free. Now they want to test the vaccinated. You notice how it never ends? I keep saying this. It was this one convinces me you're right. This is a control freak mental issue on the part of people who are in charge. And there's no bigger control freak mental issue than one that resides in the brain of a human resources officer.
John and Ken, weekdays at 2.
They're like homeowners association people.
On KFI.
Kfi Am 640, Bill Handel here on a Tuesday morning, October 12th. Dodgers lost last night to the Giants in Game 3, and the LAUSD school system has extended the deadline for its employees to be COVID vaccinated, and it is one of the school districts that says no vaccination, you're not coming to work. And we're just waiting. I think the stories which we're definitely going to be covering, is how many people are going to lose their jobs, are willing to lose their jobs to not get vaccinated, and how important it is. Handle on the law, I'm getting questions, and I asked the question, are you prepared to lose your job? Absolutely. And what happens if you don't able to make the rent? It's more important to not get vaccinated. Okay, enjoy yourself. Man, I don't understand a lot of it. Now, whenever we have a wildfire, we have another one going in Santa Barbara, and it is exploding. And what happens as these wildfires are put out or are about to be put out? We get the number, or we get the cost of the wildfire. And it's $30 billion, $20 billion, whatever it is. But those are the structures. The rest of it is not counted. We're not very good. Because how much is left out of the cost? An extraordinary amount. There's no good way of tracking, or at least there hasn't been a good way of tracking. The initial analysis of the Caldor fire, the big one, prepared by an economist at the University of Nevada, said that $93 million was combined losses of the county, El Dorado and Nevada. But when he looks at it, it doesn't include the losses, for example, in rental homes, the loss of income or recreation businesses, or the lost economic activity caused by the residents evacuating. Nor does it take into account the health care costs associated with smoke exposure. Nor does it take into account just the amount of rotted food there is. If you think of the restaurants and the food that everybody has that's rotted, I mean, we're talking millions of dollars right there. And can that be counted? Well, it's almost impossible to really count it. But we have to look at, instead of minimum figures, the actual cost. Now, there was a study that was produced by health department researchers and academics that tracked the use of Medi-Cal services during the San Diego's fire season of 2007. They just picked that particular year. And what it did is it found that during peak fire periods, emergency room visits for respiratory conditions increased by 34%. Visits for asthma increased by 113%, basically doubling. Was that counted in terms of the cost? It was not. And so the bottom line is, as bad as these fires are, and they are horrible to say the least, and we look at costs, and all we do is really add up the cost of the structures. Or maybe they included the cost of the public facilities, roads that are buckled, that sort of thing. But you've got real costs, more long-term, more respiratory illness. How do you put a figure on that? Not that it's not hard to do. Of course, it is very difficult to do. But there's no attempt even being made to do that. And they're changing the model. They are changing the model. And here is what's going on right now. The California Air Resource Board is now funding a study on the health impact of the wildfire smoke for 2017, 2018, and 2020. That'll be ready in 3 or 4 years. Also funding a study of lost workdays due to wildfire smoke. That'll be completed in a couple of years. That's not counted in the cost. And forest health, what does that cost? What is a stand of trees worth? The Department of Insurance actually tabulates the damage to insure homes for wildfires, but doesn't track the damage from year to year. it really is, I won't say it's a shame, it's difficult, but there's been no attempt to find out what the real cost is. And it's always far worse. And when we start putting the numbers together, we're going to find that wildfires are horrific. And we know, yesterday I did a story on this, wildfires are necessary when they're naturally caused. Because that's the way the ecology works. And why do we have such insane wildfires? Because we put out fires that nature intends to go forward and burn out by themselves. So you now have 100 years of dry brush, get windy days like today, and you have parts that of the state that just explode. You start with a little bit of kindling, somehow lightning hits, or a campfire goes out, or a car, the muffler gets loose and scrapes along the ground. You have all these sparks as they go onto the brush next to the road, and it explodes. Coming up, how the pandemic actually helped a lot of people financially, and a lot of young people who jumped in on this. And I'll share that story with you when we come back. This is KFI AM 640. Let's check in with Chris Little.
COVID-19 has set a record in California. 70,000 people have now died from COVID in this state. Data collected by Johns Hopkins University showed as of midday yesterday there had been 70,132 deaths in California. That is the most in the United States. The LA School District has extended its deadline by a month for teachers and staff to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Originally, they were supposed to get their shots by this Friday, but now they're going to have until November 15th. News brought to you by Mike Diamond, the Snowgood plumber. The FAA is hitting back at claims by Southwest Airlines that air traffic control issues and bad weather have caused it to cancel thousands of flights. ABC's Gio Benitez says the FAA says it ain't so.
They sent out a tweet and they said, well, wait a minute, there were no air traffic staffing issues over the weekend, and that the issues that some airlines were seeing are due to aircraft and crews being out of place.
The pilots union says the problem is Southwest doesn't have pilots in the right places. The coroner in Wyoming is due to give details of the autopsy on Gabby Petito, the travel blogger who was found dead last month. The autopsy report will be released today and is expected to include the time and cause of death. Petito's fiancé, Brian Laundrie, is wanted for questioning. Amazon says it's going to let many of its tech and corporate workers keep working remotely indefinitely as long as they can commute to the office when necessary. The new policy is a change from Amazon's previous expectation that most employees would need to be back in the office for at least 3 days a week in January. We've got problems in the Topanga Canyon.
Well, you betcha. I want to give you a heads up now if you're thinking of coming off the 101 in Topanga down to PCH. There was a problem all morning long, really. It was a truck that came northbound from PCH, so about a mile or two up from Topanga, and that's where the issue is. So it's a little slow on both sides. Not a massive delay, so don't worry about it, but just a little slower than normal. Eastbound drive out of Calabasas over towards 405. It's slow this morning, but at least all lanes are open. And South 405, the usual stuff there at Sherman Way. Now, I do want to warn you about the northbound 101 Hollywood Freeway. From the East LA interchange to the 4 level all the way to Vermont. It's just real slow going. The problem was up at Mulholland, the Mulholland overcrossings over to the shoulder. Once you get past that, you'll be okay. Be careful. Injured in an accident, visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff KFI in the sky.
When does it make sense to cash in on the equity in your home? Oh, right about now. With interest rates as low as they are, you've got a pile of money sitting in your home, especially since the value of your house has increased. And it's making no money. Your equity makes zero money for you. How about cashing in on that equity, taking a loan out, and then putting that money into a vehicle that makes 5, 6, 7%? Now you're making money off your money. Now, HMS Capital is a company I'm recommending. I've gone to them twice for mortgages. I'm in the middle of doing another one, and I've known Mark Tice, the president, for over 16 years. What they do is they offer mortgages that are so low, they have razor-sharp interest rates that he knows it can earn your business. Matter of fact, he says, go to another company. Go ahead and apply to a competitor as well as HMS Capital. And you'll see why I went there twice and why so many people go to HMS Capital. Call 833-255-5698, 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com,
HMS Capital Finance is a DBA Quality and Finance, criminal activity number 2427. HMS Capital is licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. License number 4120360, equal housing lender.
Southern California weather from KFI, sunny today, highs in the mid-60s at the sea, to the low 70s for Metro LA, the Valleys, OC, and the IE. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Chris Little.
Amazon Delivery Service Partners are hiring full-time delivery drivers to meet growing customer demand. Earn at least $19.50 per hour at select stations, plus benefits. Have a sign-on bonus of $2,000 for participating DSCs. If you apply now, apply today at www.amazon.com/driver. That's www.amazon.com/driver. No delivery experience required. Terms apply. Hourly rate includes a limited time incentive for working full-time between October 17th to December 25th, 2021.
Drew, you know what's really spooky during Halloween? What, Dad? Your old mattress. Because after 8 years, an old mattress loses support and comfort and can collect sweat, dead skin, and dust mites. So if your mattress is over 8, it's time to replace during Sit and Sleep's fall sale. Save $1,000 on select mattresses from Beautyrest, Kingstone, and Sealy, and get a $300 gift with any Tempur-Pedic purchase. So this Halloween season, trust your sleep to Sit and Sleep for dreams that are sweeter than a pumpkin spice latte. That sounds good, Drew.
I think we all gained a COVID-15 and need a diet, but if you're someone who struggles with weight your entire life, you know diets don't work. It's time to call West Medical and experience the Da Vinci X surgical system. Gives hyper-precision to weight loss surgery and a faster recovery. West Medical is the only place in the country with this breakthrough outpatient surgery, and it's covered by most insurances. Make that call today. The consultation is free. Change your life. Call 1-800-WEST-MED or visit westmedical.com.
I feel incredible because I called 1-800-WEST-MEDICAL. Accident, call Jacob the morning, call Jacob.
There's red, blue, and then there's you. You are a free thinker and believe the best idea should win no matter whose idea that is. At KFI AM 640, we give you all the news you need and a variety of opinions. You make up your own mind, beholden to no one. Live, local, and independent, KFI AM 640 is made for independent thinkers like you.
And this is KFI AM 640 Handle here on a Tuesday morning, October 12th. Dodgers lost last night. It's now they lost game 3. One more to go. And the Giants, if they win, they grab it. They grab the division. Also, we're waiting for the coroner in Wyoming. He's going to be holding a virtual press conference today to discuss Gabby Petito's autopsy and the specific cause of death. As we look back on the pandemic, and believe me, historians are going to be looking at this one for a long, long time, we know a couple of things already. Number one, the cost, of course, was astronomical in terms of lost businesses and people losing their homes. But for the stimulus package that the federal government threw at this thing, we would have gone into not only a recession, but probably a very deep depression. And that's the case all over the world. I mean, certain world countries are just struggling. People are dying. They can't get the vaccine. And so we know all the negative stuff. But as in any crisis, people take advantage. And I'm not talking about take advantage in terms of hurting people or gouging people. I'm just talking about looking at what's going on. Okay, here's what happened. We have an opportunity. Let's do it. Certain businesses did great. Certainly the paper goods companies, toilet paper and Clorox did terrifically, and you just had certain businesses that did the takeout